Today we're having a new game in this, I don't know which episode it is, it's episode number beep, so you know. We're having Forbidden Island today, and this lovely game here is for 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes, cooperative, and you have to be 10 years or older to be able to play it. And it's a lovely game, it's kind of a classic already, it's been out for a while. So if you have kids and you love to play together, this is a very good option. Now, my dear Tina, what was the purpose of your painting? What did you focus on? Well, what was the purpose? To make nice art, but what was your goal? What did you focus on?
This time I tried to paint a bit more realistically in the sense of having kind of a scene, and it's the scene where the adventurers are finding one of the artifacts.
Ooh, yeah. And let me tell you, it's awesome. Teasing. Well, I went the goofy way with my painting. Actually, I tried to make one of the things that my sweet hubby said when he asked me, what's the next game you're gonna paint? And I said, Forbidden Island. Ooh, you gotta make a candy island. So I didn't go for the candy island, but I incorporated candy into the whole scenery, and I wanted to make it fit with the island and combining 2 different styles there. So let's see how we did. Have fun watching along. And there we are. Forbidden Island.
Oh my gosh, what a painting.
Yeah, this is one of the paintings you painted after me, and I giggled so hard inside, and I couldn't let anything show. I had the perfect poker face because when I saw what part of the game she took as a reference, I thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna have the exact same painting. That would have been hilarious. But I was giggling so hard inside. Then finally you said, oh, I'm done now. Yes, I can tell you. We took both the whatever chalice of jelly beans or whatever as the reference. And you moved on to watercolor pencils.
And exactly the same pencil you are using. It's
yes,
like,
of course.
It's like I got a brainwash from you or something.
Well, I always say we both probably have a chip implanted into our brains that can be synced via Bluetooth or whatever, so we share thoughts, and I guess that was just one of the moments where the internet was strong.
Yeah, we came to the solution that we actually don't really need to talk to each other.
Funny other thing that I just now realized, we have the same pad. We have the same paper pad, the same pencil, and the same subject. It's like, yeah, maybe we just share paintings, like, why make 2? Okay.
We're so synchronized.
So bad.
Yeah.
But again, I think we both gravitated to the blue chalice because it's actually the nicest part of those artifacts that you get.
It's also symmetric.
Yes.
And I like that for the picture I had in mind. Mm-hmm. Because it, just, fit there.
Mm-hmm. I took it because of what Daniel said would be cool, because, you can see already, slightly see it. You can see it in a second when I ink. But I filled the chalice with jelly beans or other sweetie stuff, and therefore I only could have taken the blue one. I didn't want to have licorice palm trees or whatever on the island. So.
And actually in the end, I think your candy looks really, really yummy. I just want to grab that and eat it. It's so awesome. So cool.
Oh gosh.
It's one of the first time in the series that you keep the colors quite clean.
Yes.
I noticed.
Yes. I do like certain colors more than others, but with this one I only could have it a tiny bit in the background. And it's your chalice here is what I had with the bottles of the last video. I would have gone crazy. Would I have to color and shade all those little
Yeah,
parts of the chalice
I had
there.
more problems with the shading because, oh gosh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I asked you in the end how I should keep them. If it's really worth all the work to shade every single of those scales. And I came to the conclusion it's all right. It doesn't need to be.
I do have a song stuck in my head again. Oh, goddamn.
It's like always.
Yeah, tell me something new. I know. Well, see, I have the scales, quote unquote, in my chalice, and you're painting them at the same time onto your chalice. I'm just 180 degrees
Switch
turned. Yeah. And we do have a different kind of an angle onto the chalice.
Yeah.
You're from below, and I'm pretty much looking from slightly up above.
Absolutely from below, because it's the view of that huge thing. So you can look down on the foot, but you look up to the
cup.
To the cup, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm staying with quote unquote my colors in the background because they're just my favorite color tones. So.
Yeah, your island turned out awesome. I really liked how it looked in the ending.
It's rather loose.
Yeah, and
not
still,
much to it.
And still, it looks awesome with that detailed chalice in the front.
Thank you. Well, I wanted it to be in the background, so I really had to stop myself from not putting in any more details than I do.
Quite an awesome contrast you get there.
Thanks.
Especially with the details in the front, and also the contrast of colors.
Mm-hmm.
That blue chalice in the front, and that nicely painted island background.
Funny enough, I took the same blue that I used on the chalice also for the sea. I just added a tiny bit of Van Dyke brown, and it changes things up dramatically.
Yeah, but you like color repetition, like you said.
I do. I do. I'm a sucker for that.
And I'm still with the details.
Yeah, but I mean, this time around you used watercolor for the outlines, right? Yeah, that's not the blue.
I only used watercolors in 2 kinds of those. Mm-hmm. Only 2 colors.
No ink, no nothing.
At all. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's a first for you as well, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to try that because you will see that in the end. My chalice is like glowing and like putting all of that room into a bluish shine. So I didn't want to have any black or white color there or anything else.
Did the blue lines run on you when you added the colors to fill it in, or was it controllable?
I used that actually to put some shading into it.
Yeah.
I didn't add more color than that. I just wet my pencil and my brush and used the color that was already there.
And pretty much just pulled the color in, and therefore had kind of a natural shading already.
Yeah.
You're a pro now. You're doing the tricks with the watercolor.
I don't think so. And you will see in the upcoming painting that, I think I did that turn out well. So.
I mean, with the technique, this is one of the last techniques that when you take a class, that you learn.
Really?
When it comes to watercoloring, just outlining and then pulling in color and make pretty much a 1-layer shading kind of technique.
Oh,
so that's why I said you're pretty much on the pro level with learning what you can do.
I think
with watercolor.
This came quite natural since
it does.
I didn't want to have more color there than a little bit because it was glowing.
Right.
So I didn't want to add more color of that.
Yeah. For you in the audience, I only taught Tina the basics of watercolor, what to expect, what she could do, like having a wet surface underneath so that the blooms of watercolor will be created, or having a dry surface underneath, how colors behave with water, stuff like that. But I didn't tell her these tricks yet, because I think if you pass all information about something at once, you get kind of overwhelmed. So I was really very happy when, well, you pretty much explored things on your own and got to certain techniques on your own before I could even tell you. So that was really cool. And by the way, you took 171 minutes with this painting, and me, being really short, 59.
Yeah, and while we are at that, just look at that awesome island in the background with that part of the sky and that really greatly colored water in front of it. I just love that, really. It's awesome.
So, I'm just gonna repaint the island without the chalice.
Well, the chalice adds really much to that island, and I liked how you left out parts of the painting, and it adds so much to leave that out. It sounds that's paradox, but it's just that.
Thank you. That's really sweet.
So cool.
Oh well, I'm almost done with my painting. There's just a bit of shading and then coloring in all the sweeties.
Yeah. Would have been funny if you had, some of that sweets to eat while drawing.
Yeah, but you know that I don't have a lot of sweets, so it's like once a year that I do have sweets at home.
Well, and actually every Sunday.
Yeah, but that is because we have game night and people come over. Otherwise, we don't have sweets at our
And
house.
sometimes those people also bring stuff.
Yes, and then they leave it.
It's awesome.
And then the next morning, there are sweets at my house, which is that point where you go, oh, if I do that, I earned a sweetie. Hubby does that all the time.
There we go with the heavy part, yeah. This one wasn't easy because I wanted to spare the details and still wanted to cover so much. This is the first time I use the second blue just to, have a little bit difference in it, because just one blue might have been kind of boring.
Yeah, or it would have maybe looked a bit flat then. I think with the second color you added depth to the painting, and it's really awesome how the glow actually in the end turned out, so that worked nicely.
Yeah, I was glad that I asked you about that. I made up my mind if I should leave that white space, and you remember I asked you whether I should leave that or not, and you were just like asking, well, how much do you want it to glow? And then it was pretty much decided.
Well, it's just the decision of how much light is there, and then you can determine where the shadow is. Yeah. It's physics, and you can that's something that you can scale pretty much. So that's why I always ask that arrogant sounding question, well, how much do you want it to glow?
Well, I like that you don't, just say do this and that, but
it's your painting.
You're teaching me in the way of asking things and asking questions, and usually it's just more rhetorical and I can answer that myself. And if I can't, you will just show me the consequences of what does what.
Yeah, well, there's two reasons why I do that. First of all, it's your painting and I want it to be your achievement. And second of all, I can only guess so much what you are thinking, what you want to achieve, what image you have in mind. So when I put quote unquote my way of shading things on top, it might be wrong, and then you're frustrated and things just don't turn out. So I'd rather ask you what you see, and then I can tell you how light and shadow works, and you have to apply it to whatever scenery you have. Otherwise I could have painted it myself. What's the point?
Yeah.
So, and you will remember that with the next painting, whenever you paint something glowing again, you will just remember, how much do I want it to glow? So you get there on your own.
Only if I'm not in that comatose state that I usually have after eating your really tasty food.
Thanks. Well, we always paint post-dinner. So she's for at least one part of the painting, always battling the post-dinner sleepiness. But you know, I do that too, so don't worry. And it's just the final details. I really like the floor of your painting, though, because the foot of the chalice is also glowing.
Yeah.
Which I thought, oh, that's gonna be interesting to see if you just want the cup to glow or the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you decided to go for the whole thing, which does add depth because you're only darkening the entry section, and then everything's light and bright.
Yeah, I just want to when people look at this first time, I want them to have that sound like. This is what I aim for.
You should have said that in the intro when I asked you what your goal is, and you said the audience should make would have been the perfect explanation. Well, it's a forbidden island there.
Yeah. That's like a
stop
sign. Yeah. Or like a keep out.
Yeah, well, that's otherwise you have a sugar rush.
Yeah, true.
When you get to that island. And that's pretty much the last detail that I put down there.
Over there, I'm just trying to add some more shadows, but I noticed at that point that it's quite pointless to do too much to that.
Since it's glowing. Yeah, would you have not painted a glowy cup, then you could have shaded way more from the outside.
Yeah.
But not like that. And then we're already signing. Yay! Painting is done. This is the beautiful end result from you, and I really, really like it. It's,
Thank you.
Great outcome. It's awesome. Yeah.
I like yours as much, just as much. It's so cool.
So which one do you like? Let us know in the comment section below, and also tell us which game you want us to paint next. What's your favorite board game that we might have played or have to play and therefore buy it? We like board game shopping. Also, if you feel like giving this video a thumbs up or share it with your friends or subscribe to the channel, go ahead. We'd love that. And we wish you a happy day and see you next Wednesday, 9 a.m. CET for more Draw for Initiative.
Bye.
Bye.